Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jess and you know me as cruelty-free makeup heaven. Today we are going to play with, for the last time, well, I'm gonna play more with this, but it's gonna be the third look with this cute Mandalorian, the child Baby Yoda palette. Call it what you want, but it is cute AF. And I'm gonna play with these browns. I also used some greens again, so you're gonna see a lot happening. Created this cut crease with like some cute details. I play with this palette for the third time. I use some other products. I talk about some products I'm panning. I talk about what's going on in my life. I talk about what I like to see. If you are interested in that and getting to know me better and getting to know how I did this look and everything, please keep on watching. Okay, so first off, I applied this FaceTheory. I don't know if you say Amil or Amil, because that's how we would say it in Dutch. This is a Amil C-whip with SPF, and it's a really nice thick consistency. Let me actually powder down my face a little bit, put it all over so that any fallout won't stick to my face. So this is the Makeup Revolution Banana Baking Powder, and this is a light one. So this is for, yeah, light-skinned people. It's actually funny because banana powder was made for people of color. I think it's weird that this is called banana powder while it's for light-skinned people. Then say light banana powder and leave the banana powder, like the regular banana powder, leave that for the people of color. If you ever wonder about which products I'm using, check the description box below. Also, I know my hair is a bit weird today. I actually tried to curl it a little bit because my hair is naturally wavy. The front parts didn't want to curl with the rest, and then I gave up and put in my straight extensions. I have some gray hairs too, so I have to color them in. I mean, color my roots. So I just used some powder on my brows, and this is the Essence Brow Stylist set. And to use powder first is something I picked up from Nicola from You Are a Makeup Pro. She started her own channel right now. She was the artist, the makeup artist behind the brand Your Makeup, where I got these brushes from, which are sadly discontinued because she had to stop with that brand. But she has a YouTube channel now, so definitely check her out. Now I'm going to darken up my tails a little bit with a brow pomade by Peaches and Pearls Boutique. And this is a brand from Ireland, and they're vegan and cruelty-free. And this is a medium brown or Millicent. I feel like the colors are quite dark, so the medium brown definitely is a darker brown than what I would imagine for a medium brown. So yeah, what has been going on with me these past 2 weeks? Basically I had a little bit of a burnout after Valentine's. I had some pains, and then the mental breakdown hit actually, and I don't know, I kind of start feeling sick as well. So when the week progressed, I started feeling more sick, and I decided it was better to take a week off. But as you all know, that week it didn't stop there with that 1 week. Now I'm gonna use the Urban Decay brow blade in dark drapes. So first the pencil side. So I really wanted to film the next week. My plan was to film. It didn't happen. I was actually busy selling clothes, and it asked way more energy of me than I thought. Also, I was in pain. It didn't feel like a right moment to film, and just a week flew by before I knew it. I was on Monday and I was like, I don't feel like it today. And then suddenly it was Friday and I was like, what? Now I'm going in with the ink stain part. Then luckily last Saturday, I had the energy to film again. That really gave me a boost. But then the next, like this week too, it kind of flew by again. I actually tried to film this video, was it yesterday or the day before? Hold up, my lips are quite dry. So I'm going to use this Wonder Kiss Satin lip oil, which is something I'm trying to use up. This is just like a lip oil, and it tingles like just a little bit, and yeah, it feeds your lips. I'm also going to be using some other products for the face today that I want to use up, but first I'm gonna do the eyes. Now the brows are more or less done. I'm just gonna clean them up a little bit with a cream concealer, and this one is by Catrice. So yeah, I have been busy with selling clothes, and I feel like that really gives me a boost. I'm not able to work. I really wish I could. I really wish I could make my own money and feel more deserving of things. With gives me a boost when I make a little bit of extra money. But then I feel like, okay, I am deserving of that money, and then I can do a little something for me. And I bought myself a makeup item. The ones that saw my story already know, and the other ones, well, it will be a surprise. Then also it hit me like, I wish you could see how I'm sitting here, but it's like quite annoying. I have like a little unstable table where everything is on, and it was like good for the past, I think I bought it a year and a half ago, and it was super cheap because I didn't want to go to the expensive hassle of buying a whole new desk. I just wanted to make do, but right now I'm really in that place where I'm like,
it's so annoying to have to put everything up and to slide everything and slide everything out of the way so it's all clean.
So apart from that makeup item that I bought, the rest of the money all goes to a desk. So a desk that you can like put in the corner. So yeah, at the end of the month or the beginning of April, I will have, well, not a whole new setup. You probably won't even notice that much about it. This will not be here anymore because it doesn't reach that far, I think. But I'm gonna just see how I'm gonna do it. You will see a slight difference probably, but it will just be so much easier for me. So yeah, that's just like, I don't know, that wasn't a real announcement, but that's something that I've been measuring and looking at for the past days. It's a little bit something that's going on in my life. Let me get this E25 blending brush by Sigma. I kind of like how these shadows build up from darker to lighter. So the first look I actually build up from this lighter shade to a darker shade, and the other look I actually went from a darker shade to a lighter shade. I'm kind of doubting what to do with these warm shades now. I have a feeling like I need to take Dry Protocol first anyway. I think I'm just gonna do a smoky eye. So I'm just gonna press this on, and I'm just gonna go like this. The reason why I started with the dark shade anyway, even though I was doubting, is because I feel like of all the smoky eyes that I did, it always worked best if I started with the dark shade. Because sometimes like when it then doesn't build up nicely, you are really in trouble when you already placed a lighter shade. Because that dark shade really needs to steal the show, you know? Talking about stealing the show, I have some Netflix recommendations. Well, I have a lot of Netflix recommendations, but the last shows that I've been watching, well, definitely season 1 from the OA, I've watched again, and it's so beautiful. I forgot how poetic it was and how it just feels very beautiful and very wholesome. So if you haven't watched the OA yet, I know it will be like a little bit weird in the beginning. You will be like, what is this lady's deal? But yeah, just stick around, and it's really, really beautiful actually. And I'm not gonna say what OA stands for because it will be better if you find it on your own. So I'm getting some fallout here, so it's good that we powdered down. Let me actually place down a little bit more of that banana shade. I feel like that brown, it does look warmer on camera, but when I'm looking at it here in real life, it's not a cool toned brown either. At the edges you can tell that it's like more warm toned when you blend it out, which is quite special. I don't know if I have a brown like that. Either it's like a cool tone brown or a warm toned. I feel like this is a mix, but definitely not as warm toned as it seems in the pan. I'm gonna take off the excess powder color here on this W7 shade and swap, so I can just use this to blend out the edges some more. And this would even look so good just on its own. I do feel like where you place it down initially, it sticks down harder. Something else I've enjoyed watching is Moxie. I watched that yesterday. It's about high school though, so if you're like really not into that, don't watch it. But even though I'm 32, I don't mind that because I feel like it very often mirrors a little bit what the youth is busy with, and I also feel like high schools are very often like a sort of mini version of our society in the best and the worst ways. I feel like when we grow older, certain urges are repressed, and then sometimes some people get in the midlife crisis and it becomes important again because money becomes so important at a certain point in your life. You're more busy with money than anything else, but underlying that and the thirst for money is actually still the same dynamics. It's still about power and about, you know, sex. So that is why I can appreciate some coming of age movies or some high school dramas, because yeah, I just feel like it's interesting in that way. I'm actually so doubting to blend this out with something else than just like a Tatooine. Maybe I will just take a Tatooine before I decide what else to do. So I'm just gonna blend this out here. I feel like it's a bit... Well, it's nice. It's a nice tone. But to blend out this color, it does make it a little bit, I don't know, where it layers, it's like the color of the brown becomes like way more cool toned there and less deep. So I'm not really liking that. Maybe when you place just like Tatooine first and then the Droid Protocol, it's better, but I don't like it in this order. I'm actually going to take a Little Frog now, tapping this Little Frog shadow because, as I said last time, it has a lot of kickback. So let's see how this blends. I think this is gonna make for a special look. I'm gonna take this E42 brush and with nothing on it, I'm gonna see how it blends out. I don't know if I like that. I'm just gonna try and work on it. I'm actually gonna take Float Your Crib now, which is this shade. Oh, I feel like that's a better match. Before I move on, let me take a fluffy brush. This is a quite flat fluffy brush, so this is to avoid me getting in my eyebrows. Yeah, I like this way more. I'm also going to be placing this here. Taking some more Droid Protocol, so that is the brown shade, and dabbing that all over. Taking another fluffy brush, doesn't matter which one, and using the side. I just feel like I have to use a lot of brushes for this look. Like a lot, because otherwise it all mixes together and it gets muddy. So I'm just taking some Little Frog on a very fluffy brush. This is by You Are Makeup. As I said, these no longer exist, but it's just a fluffy brush and it's dome shaped. Just gonna focus a little bit on the eye look now, and then later on I'll talk some more. Taking some more Droid Protocol and placing it higher here on the outside. Pressing, blending. Just taking another brush with nothing on it, just avoid this getting too high and getting all muddy. This is definitely an eye look that is not easy. Okay, this is what we have. I'm going to cut the crease in half and I'll be right back. So it's actually covered up a lot of the brown that we did and made the eye look lighter again. So I'm gonna bring back some of that darkness with a Droid Protocol, and I'm just pressing it here. And I'm going in a line like this. Not too far though. I'm actually a little bit bummed that that combination didn't work out as I wanted, but let's hope this goes better. So I'm gonna take a little bit of Float Your Crib and press it alongside, but not too much. And then without taking anything else, just smudging it out a little bit. Back with the Droid Protocol. It is a process. So a Little Frog, here we go, Fallout, yay. Tapping off, going over the edge again. And I'm taking it a little further, like so. Same on this side. Making sure that the transition is nice. I actually don't feel like I blended out this enough. Just gonna leave it like this, and I'm gonna add something on the lid. Let's do the force because I'm not flipping anyone off, but this is so beautiful. Taking a flat brush like this, I'm just going over here, and if you have issues taking it off, you can like wiggle it around a little bit, but this one comes off fairly easy. And I'm just building it up, but I'm placing it first in the middle because I want to see how it builds, and then I want to know if I want to add a little bit more lightness or not. So I quite have to rub it anyway, more than I thought. As a topper, you don't have to rub it that much, but if you wanted to cover up the area well enough, you do move the brush over the eyelid so it places down the flakes in the right way. It does texturize my eyelid. I don't know if you can tell, but I can really tell, and definitely on this side. So for older eyelids, I liked it more not all over the cut crease and just in the middle of the halo eye that I did last time. Now I'm gonna place with this You Are Makeup brush this light shade here, this Precious Cargo shade in the inner corner of the eye. Just going to extend it a little bit over the fours just to make that inner corner pop a little bit more. But I don't want to go like over the green I placed here. I just want to lighten the inner lid up actually. It's not really the eye corner, it's more the lid part. Now on the bottom lash line, I'm gonna use those browns. So let me prime there. Taking the brush for Droid Protocol again, is the E25 brush by Sigma. And then just mostly on the outside, placing it. And I don't mind if this is more smoky or blown out. That face really helps me, so don't judge. There. I'm not gonna take it too far in, it's already darkened up quite a bit. I'm gonna use this Max & More brush because it's like super multifunctional. I already featured it in the video, but it's like fluffy, it's not fluffy, it's wider, it's thicker. You can use it for a lot if you don't want to do like super precise look. So I'm just taking some Just Like a Tatooine on there, tapping it off, and with that brush blending it out. I don't know why, but I like the blend with this more on my bottom lash line than I did when it was up above. I am gonna add a bit more Droid Protocol. That's weird on the camera. It seems like it didn't layer enough. I'm gonna take some Floetrol Crip and layer that over there. So just on its own, I found the brown shade nice, but a little hard to work with together with the other shades if you're not just doing neutrals. I've seen some beautiful blends with it though, so I'm just saying that it's not user friendly. I'm gonna actually take the force on my finger and add some more because I don't want it to be like too much of a demarcation, you know? I want it to flow into each other. Okay, so let's get rid of the fallout boy, fallout girl. And let me use the Stay Naked foundation again. Don't want to use it up before summer, but I think it's a good plan to try and use it up before I get darker. So yeah, I had to concentrate on this eye look for a sec because this was harder than I thought. But I don't even know what I was talking about anymore. Actually asked in my story if there were any questions or anything you guys wanted me to answer in some of my future vids. Gonna probably ask it again because the response was super low and I'm like, low-key hurt. But there was someone who said maybe I could talk about the most like terrible situations I've been in, and I think I could make that fun too because it sounds like very heavy, but it could also potentially be terrible situations which you can laugh off later, you know. Actually really like the finish of this foundation on me. This was mixed with the Prime and Fine Catrice Transformer drops that are darkening because it's too light for me even now. I don't really have a concealer that I want to use up, but I have these two, and this one is Porcelain, so I think I'm gonna use that one before I'm way too dark in the summer. And this is the 1 Drop Coverage Weightless Concealer, and it comes with like a little dropper like this, and oh my god, it has way more coverage than you think because it feels indeed very lightweight, but it's really, yeah, it's quite impressive actually. I have a little buffer tool. I like a sponge too, but when I did the eye look first and then the concealer, I like to use a tool like this that is way smaller. It just gives way more precision. So yeah, I've been watching a lot of Netflix. Wait, I didn't tell you anything about Moxie yet, right? So it's actually a girl power movie and it's a place in a high school, but I feel like I could relate to it still, even if I'm in my 30s. I feel like that says something. I definitely need to make this blend better on this side. Let me do that first so I can fix it where it's needed. So the brown stays here on the outside, kind of like cupping in all the rest. That is the way I like these colors together. Taking that Max & More brush again. I'm just gonna slightly blend it out a little bit further, the lighter shade. Okay, that's better. I'm actually gonna lighten up this look by using one of these in the waterline. And this is called a Neon Shockwave Eyeliner by LA Girl Cosmetics in Screamin. Yeah, I like this yellow because it adds in a little bit of warmth. Okay, I'm just quickly gonna add some mascara, then I'm gonna eat fries and I'll be right back. And this is the Glam&Doll mascara by Catrice in False Lashes. And this is the waterproof one. Just gonna quickly place a little bit of banana powder all over my face and underneath the eyes. I'm starting first here and then I'm going around. Just placing a little bit more on this Mosquita 2020, Mosquita 220 brush, not the 2020 brush. I am gonna bake in these places. There. Okay, time for fries. All right, I'm back from eating my fries and my vegan sausage. So olive oil is gone now. I'm gonna apply a little bit more because I still have some plans for my face and the eye look. But first let me finish a little bit more of my face. I have some products that I want to pan because they're quite far along. So for example, this Pro HD powder contour palette in Fair, as well as this Kiko one, what's it called, the All Stars face palette in O2 Beauty Coral. This highlighter sucks ass, but this is a nice bronzer. It's a very light blush, so I don't think I'm gonna use that one up, but I'm gonna try to use a bronzer up, and when that one is up, this can go. But first let me use a powder contour Pro HD palette to curve out the face as usual. Placing it a little bit higher as usual. Go from here, from 2 centimeters above my ear until here. I'm gonna use the sides to do a very light, okay, I wanted it to be lighter, nose contour. Now with the side here, connecting it. Just a little brush and nothing on it. I'm just going to blend that out so it's less obvious. Now let's also do the jawline. Now let's bronze. I'm gonna use this Kiko one from the All Stars face palette in O2 Beauty Coral. Placing it quite far up here. And that is also a trick to place bronzer there. If you want it to be visible when you're wearing a face mask, it's a great trick to put your bronzer like this high. And it kind of also lifts up your face, as you can tell. Without taking anything else on here, I'm just going to smudge out the contour. Taking a little bit more and going under the nose. I'm also gonna apply a little bit here where the sun would naturally hit. And without taking anything else, I'm also bronzing it up here a little bit. And definitely if your ears are out, don't forget your ears. You can tell that it's kind of lifting my face like this. As a blush, I'm gonna use this e.l.f. Rich Rose Baked Blush. It's hard to see, but I hit pan. Where you see the ridges is where I hit pan. So taking that on a blush brush, and I'm just placing it where I also would place highlighter. So that even without highlighter, it gives a nice glow, I think. Tell me what you actually are into. Are you into matte blushes or shimmery blushes? I think this is definitely my fave. Even when I want to pair another highlighter with it. Just gonna take a little bit of Joy Protocol to perfect that here a little bit because it started watering. When I was eating them fries, I was like, this is so good. I don't know why, I just get like, I get quite sensitive eyes. And today I'm wearing lenses. I think they are called gray iris. On my eyes, it actually looks a little bit gray greenish and it gives like, yeah, the edge around it. I've decided I want to add something. I got some stuff from Wish and this one was, I think it was for free. I just had to pay the sending costs. I'll put the listing down below, but it's just like, it's a mix of things and I just thought it was so cute. So I think I'm gonna use these green stars here. And I also like these ones actually, because it's like a galaxy themed palette. It's about Star Wars. I definitely want to add some stars. And something that I got that will help me with that are these wax sticks, pencils, I don't know what to call them. I got them from Wish and I finally arrived, so they're in this wax texture. This one arrived broken, but it's no biggie. I'm just gonna sharpen it a little bit and then I'm gonna use it to pick up the gems. Oh my god, it works! It works! This will help so much doing this. So I'm just gonna get a bit closer. Okay, for glue, I'm gonna use this Duo 2-in-1 strip lash adhesive. This is so cool. Okay, now we have to place it the same way on the other sides. Here, more or less above the pupil. I really like this, it's so easy. And then here. Oh, that's too much. And the last one. I think it's so cute. I even feel like adding maybe the little round ones in between. This is actually what I meant. Like, I really like getting things on Wish because like sometimes they have great deals. Those are so tiny though. So I'm putting a tiny dot here. Okay, this is perfect. I don't know if you can tell because these have like a more teal undertone with a warm shift, which I feel like fits perfectly with this eye look. So okay, other side, and there we go. And I think with these top ones I'm gonna create some cool summer looks. I also have this, for example, where you have like gold leaf here and the flowers. Maybe I could do some of this in the inner corner, like this one, because it has like the same kind of reflex. I'm gonna do just a little bit of glitter in the inner corner, and I'm gonna use this lash glue. I'm taking this kind of brush. It's from the Gypsy Shrine, and it's actually to apply glitter. Oh, they're quite iridescent actually. They're more iridescent than I thought they would be. So we get something like this. But yeah, where was I? Oh yeah, other series. Well, other things to watch on Netflix I really liked was I watched Travelers lately, and it was so good. Travelers is actually a nice show that is about people from the future and they come back to save the earth. And at first I was like, what the hell is going on? But it really captivates you. It's really, really good. I just applied this Boy Eyeliner by Doll Beauty, and it's like a perfect nude for me at least. And now I'm going over it with the This Is Me lipstick by Essence in a Legendary, which is also a perfect nude for me, and it smells so good. Definitely am going to be looking into this line more. It has like a not a truly matte finish, not a shiny finish, more like a satin finish, and it feels really nice and hydrating actually. I feel like this overpowering, well, not overpowering, this ball of an eye look needs a nude lippy. I've really been more and more into nude lippies. I used to really like well, I used to like nude lippies too, but more on the mauvey side or on the mauvey pinky side. And then I got into red lippies a lot, and then different colors and very cool toned colors, and now I'm really in those warm brown nude tones again. I remember that once I was on an airplane, I think it was with my grandma, I'm not sure, but you know, they have the little catalogs where you can choose some stuff to buy without, like, is it called duty free? And there was like a brownish lipstick in there. My mom found it horrible. She was like, that is so 70s, that is so passé. To be honest, it didn't look very good on me because yeah, other than that I wasn't wearing makeup. I just wanted to wear that brown lipstick. It was actually a weird kind of brown, but to be honest I would like to have it again now and to wear it now because I like browns more and more now. I have some styles here that I haven't worn yet, and it is chiffon, I think, and teddy. They're very similar. One is just a little bit more curled than the other, so I'm gonna get the less curled one in hopes that it shows more of the cut crease that I did. So these are called Teddy, and they are from the triple push-up collection from Lash Contour, and it's the Judy D Volume Lash. I think I'm gonna cut them a little bit shorter and then they are gonna be perfect. So I'm now taking my dual lash glue, the clear one, well, the clear drying one. Actually didn't talk about that much in this video, did I? There's actually not that much happening in my life. I have to get my Portacat cleaned at the end of the month, and I have to get checked where they evaluate if I still am handicapped enough according to them. And if it's not, I can lose all my money, so that would suck. So that is kind of stressful, I'm not gonna lie. At the end of the month, the desk is also gonna arrive, so the end of this month is gonna be quite stressful. I don't think I'm gonna have a video for that weekend, but I'm going to try to make a video a little bit earlier in that week so that I still have a video that week. Oh my god, these lashes are so pretty. They're so like foxy, and they still show enough of like the crease work that we did. because I feel like definitely with hooded eyes and smaller eyes, this is something that if you have lashes that come really high here, it hides a lot of your hard work. But if you just do like a very smoky eye, of course, and when it's dark here anyway, that doesn't matter that much. So it all depends on what kind of looks are your favorites and if you want to show off your crease or not. I'm back with my other lashes on. I'm now going to line the upper waterline with this gel eyeliner by Essence. It's a quite dark brown, as you can tell, and this will just mix in the lashes even better. I don't always do this because it can transfer to the bottom lash line, but I have to say this waterproof gel pencil by Essence, these are really good. I also had them in black and in white, but I think this one is the last one that I still have. I haven't actually asked you guys how you are doing, so definitely let me know in the comments how you're all doing, because I'm really like, I just want to know what's up, you know. I'm gonna re-intensify this eye pencil, this neon shockwave eyeliner in Screamin, because I love that pop of yellow. I think my brows are fine. Maybe I can tweak them a little bit with the pencil side. But yeah, tell me how you are all doing. If you have any Netflix suggestions, please drop them down below. I'm always looking for stuff to watch. That's good to know a little bit of my taste. What I do like a lot to watch, well, yeah, the OA, Moxie, Travelers, Breaking Bad, Dexter, Ozark, Good Girls. I also actually like Firefly Lane, but not as much as some other ones, some other series. Oh, I also like to watch like crime documentaries. Like I watched the one about the Ripper, like the one in the end of the 20th century in England, not the one from before. Or documentaries like 13th, ones that are like really eye-opening, stuff like that. I do like some sci-fi. I do like Black Mirror. I do like things that make you think a little bit deeper, or things that are like exciting and kind of funny at the same time, or exciting and poetic at the same time. Or just like psychological thrillers, stuff like that. Definitely let me know what your taste is in like things to watch, what your preferred genres are. Oh yeah, I need to spray setting spray. I think I'm gonna try and finish this Max & More setting spray. I'm gonna get my hair a little bit out of the way. Okay, 1, 2, 3. It really has such a special smell. And tell me, are there any products that you guys want to use up like this year? Is anybody else on a no buy or a low buy? I know that some people are trying to use up some foundations that they have. I don't have, well, I do have some foundations right now. I used to have like only 2. Now I have some more, but like mostly it's like 2 or 3 different shades of the same one because I really like them. And I might invest in a darker one of the Urban Decay one once I feel like it's definitely too light for me in the summer. I might invest in a darker shade. I might add this one as a highlighter. I think this one is like a little bit of a Super Shock formula. So I actually have a Super Shock formula of highlighter from Colourpop, but I just want to do something special, you know? And I'm just gonna place it here so that when the light hits here, that's like a kind of a warm greenish glow, but it's like super subtle. Well, it's not super subtle, but it's subtle. Same here because okay, I went a little bit more intense here. A little bit on the nose and here. It is more of a glittery formula though, so if you don't like glitters or like particles in your highlight, you won't like this one. This Precious Cargo shade as a highlighter, but I like it. I like it with this kind of eye look, definitely. So yeah, this is the finished look with the Mandalorian, the Child palette from Colourpop and Star Wars. Baby Yoda is so cute, as we all know. And what about this palette? My final thoughts on the palette are that the palette is as cute as Baby Yoda. Well, it could be probably cuter if it weren't for these warm shades, if they would have done like cutesy shades here. But I actually like this a lot because it gives, I guess you can tell, you can add depth to it. You can do an all brown look with like a beautiful duochrome. You can go very pastel-y. You can go more olivey. I love the options that this palette has, and it's in a very small cute packaging. The price is also small and cute, so what is there not to love? Like, the artwork is amazing, it's vegan and cruelty free. This shade is not the most easiest brown I ever worked with, but for a darker brown and definitely one that when blended out blends out more warm toned. It's a very special shade that I didn't have in my collection yet, I must say, and I think for that alone I actually love it and would love to experiment more with it. But I would suggest starting out with like a Tatooine and then going in with the shade, because I felt like layering this one on top of this one, because it blends out more warm tone than it packs on, it didn't look the best from up close, let's just say that. So that is why I chose to blend it out with this little frog shade. And this is another remark I have already told in the last video, but I don't like that this is a sequin shade. I would have loved if this was just a matte shade, because it's great to blend out these other two shades here, but nonetheless you can make it work if you don't mind some little glitter particles on there and also some fallout, because that is what I get with this shade. But it's really beautiful, so just so you know. And I think this one was a Super Shock formula. I really like it. I also like it as a highlighter. It's beautiful in the inner corner, it's beautiful. I only tried it on the inner corner, I think, because the first look I used this on the eyelid, also so beautiful, like an icy green. I actually love all the shades in here. I just had a little bit of trouble with this one, definitely blending it out with this one. It was not really the key. First placing this one, then this one is the key. Other than that, I think this might be the favorite Colourpop palette that I have. I don't have that much of a collection, I have to be clear about that. It's just solely up my alley. I love the formulas of the shimmer in here, and I love the mattes. Definitely the minty shade is so beautiful and blended out like a dream as well. In fact, all of these shades blended out very well, only the dark brown is a little bit harder to work with. So yeah, keeping that in mind, this is totally worth $16. I'm just gonna say it. It's totally worth it. It's definitely a favorite palette in my collection, and if I would lose everything in a fire and this was still available, I would buy it again. So that says a lot. That being said, this is the end of the video. I'm just gonna do my photo shoot and then I'm gonna relax in the sofa because my back is hurting. But luckily I have painkillers, tea, cats, warmed pillows, soft blankets, so I'm gonna have a good time. Hope you all had a great weekend or are having a great weekend, and I'll see you all on the flip side.